There was actually real quick here, GP, off the court. A damn interesting story emanated on Thursday. UAB rolled Temple, and there's nothing to that in general, but Pat Forty from SI wound up writing about this. But credit to Jim Root of Three Man Weave, who identified this early in the day. The Temple, for the second time this season, apparently has had unusually erratic betting action around its games. And so U.S. Integrity, which is a gambling watchdog company, it sent out an alert. This is per 40's reporting. It sent out an alert to casinos on Thursday about this, quote, unusual wagering activity, end quote, on UAB Temple. And because the line had gone from, I want to say 1.5 or 2, all the way up to 8. It came down to 7.5. But you just never see, that's not normal. You never see those kinds of swings, particularly day of. If there's not, keynote here, if there's not injury or other news.
But even then, just as somebody who watches this stuff, it doesn't move that much, even with an injury.
So the very, 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 very strange. It's the game has been flagged. Is frankly why I think if you're an average fan, you're not really into gambling and betting, all that stuff. You're not aware of this. This stuff is tracked and has been by Vegas forever, because frankly, Vegas has no interest in getting beat and someone rigging the game. So they have many nets and catch-alls to get this stuff. So it's been flagged. That's where the story stands as of now. It's been a good while here since college basketball has had a genuine game fixing or point shaving scandal. Not saying that's necessarily the case with Temple, but when this kind of thing happens, they are flagging it, they are investigating it, because the action on that game to go to inflate the line that much, it means somebody or some parties were so overly confident in UAB covering against Temple in a way that no other metrics would have suggested, that they flagged it, and then we'll see where the story goes from there. But they, that popped late on Thursday, and just wanted to inject it here into the pod. That's a weird one, man. That is very.
It'll be interesting to see where this goes. This was always going to be a part of the move of gambling into the mainstream. Like, we were going to get stories like this because it's never been easier for Americans to gamble on sports than it is right now. To your point about it all being tracked so closely, I don't want to sit here and say you have to be an idiot to think you can get away with something like this, because I assume somebody somewhere is getting away with stuff somewhere, but they're really on top of just about everything. Anytime you hear about like an NFL player getting busted, or an NBA player or any kind of professional athlete getting busted, I gather sometimes people are like, "Ooh, I wonder who ratted on them," or "I wonder how they got caught." Do you know how you get caught? Your social security number. I mean, it's something as simple as that. You have to put into these sites if you register them under your own name. Like, I technically am an employee of an NBA franchise. If I were to go to FanDuel right now and bet on any NBA game, it would flag it immediately, and it would make the Grizzlies aware, like, immediately. So, like, if you think you're getting over on this stuff, like, you might, I guess people get away with robbing banks sometimes too, but good luck, because there's been multiple examples over the past year of student athletes, different schools, different conferences getting in trouble over stuff like this, legal trouble, not just school trouble. And perhaps we've got the latest example at Temple.
I have a statement. Temple dropped it literally in the process of us, just boilerplate, but I definitely want to include it. It said, "We are aware of the social media posts regarding last night's men's basketball game. We will review the reports thoroughly in accordance with university and NCAA policies. While we can't comment any further at this time, we take this matter very seriously," end quote. That is the official statement from Temple there. And not only is this an interesting story, like, it is a legitimate story, and you can't obviously just this is the number one. Now, with the proliferation of gambling, I mean, this kind of thing is constantly on the watch for list, and it almost feels inevitable across sports because of how prolific all this stuff has become. But the integrity of the games are of the utmost. If you don't have that, you don't have anything, obviously. And as this story advances, we'll keep you updated. But that was a curveball we saw there on Thursday, GP.